Hello, everyone, and welcome today to Respect Your Story. Now, what does that mean? It means taking ownership of who you are and what you're capable of achieving. It means respecting your unique story, your journey, and how you have reached to where you are in your life. So, today I am very excited to introduce you to Bina Bellani, also known as Jaya Narain Mahbubani. She was born in Bombay, moved to Hong Kong after marriage, and later moved to Chennai in India. The empty nest syndrome led Jaya to reading, teaching, and writing. She's the author of Poetry in Pictures and Love and Companionship. These books are available on Amazon. And more recently, a new book was published and released, which she co-authored with 4 other ladies. And it is called 15 Tables at the Trankabar. So Jaya is a teacher at the Goethe Institute, Chennai. She has served on the committee of many socio-cultural organizations, including the Madras Literary Society. She has served as president of Friends of Dakshina Chitra for over 3 years. I hope I pronounced everything correctly, Jaya. So welcome and thank you very much for being here and joining me today all the way from Chennai.
Hello, so nice of you to have called me. I'm also super excited to be on the show, and especially that you are in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong, of course, holds such a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm. My first question is, what do you do that brings purpose to your life?
Purpose to my life. Yeah, do something new every day, learn something. The newness in life. I mean, we are human beings, but we have to do something. So if in any case we have to do something that interests you, extends you, and then by that also extends the people around you. So something purposeful like that. I am currently reading anthroposophy, and I am currently learning bridge, and all these little things really add to making a day meaningful for me. Yeah, I'm an early riser, and yes, I start my day in solitude. Everybody knows not to mess with me till I've had my cup of tea, and nobody talks to me till I talk to them in the morning. So that is good. Then I do my breathing or walking or whatever I have to do. Every day it's different. I cannot do the same thing every day, but in any case, I'm always doing something, I think, on the right path. And just to give it variety, I'll do maybe Qigong, which I had learned in Hong Kong, or I will do pranic healing, or just pranayam, or anything, something, every day, something for myself. That's the way I start my day. And of course, if I get inspired, pen to paper and I write. And I live in this beautiful place where I overlook the ocean and the sunrise, and the sunrise is very, very special to me. So usually inspires me, and then maybe I write a little also.
That's such a lovely way that you start your day and you bring purpose to your life, Jaya. And in a way, we are inspired by many different people's journeys. But when you have created a consistent routine which you follow, and I think that's what adds value and gives you a chance to explore your different talents. So what are the 3 traits that people admire in you? The 3 qualities that,
What a difficult question. How do we ever know what people think of us?
That's crucial to know, because I believe that if you are recognized and people value you, then you develop this respect also for what they value you for. And that also increases your motivation to do more of that. I'm sure you've got many compliments, and I've
yes, of course. Who tells you anything to your face which is anything but complimentary? Compliments, I'm blessed with the Lord. But I think the proof of the pudding is that I have a lot of friends. So it's not about just saying something and then going away. That friends have I have friends from kindergarten, for example. And then, of course, I have to tell you the show. So recently, as you said, my new book was released and we went to Bombay for the book release after the Chennai book launch. Mm-hmm. And I just looked at the audience and I was so grateful. I had school friends there because I'm from Bombay. Mm-hmm. I had college friends there. I had building friends there. Then I had new friends who I was meeting for the first time because we started playing bridge during the pandemic and it was all online. I had never met them before. So they were there and there was representation from every stage or phase of my life. And just looking at the people who had made the effort to brave the rain and traffic of Bombay to be there for me, I knew I'm doing something right somewhere. So yes.
Congratulations on your book. Amazing.
Thanks.
And I hope it does extremely well. I'm going to share the link as well, and people will enjoy reading them. They're short stories. Lovely. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I look forward to reading it too. Yeah, and I guess the traits that actually, based on what you just said, it shows that you connect with people very easily and from different parts of life as well as with your old school friends. It's sometimes people tend to grow apart as they get older. They move on to different countries and different lifestyles. People tend to friendships tend to fall apart. But it's a lovely thing that you have with friends. They enrich your life. They make such a big difference. So I would say that's a lovely trait that you have. Plus the humility.
And I have to say, Shobha, that's thanks to WhatsApp, right? Most of us have reconnected with our friends because of WhatsApp.
Yes.
I can't say I have been in touch with everybody since kindergarten. But no, when the school group started and the college group started and all the different groups started, then of course, then you rekindle all those connections. But otherwise they would have probably not been so much in the foreground.
So the 3 traits would be that you're open to learning new things, that you stay connected with friends and family. And the third one would be humility. You tend to give gratitude a lot to the universe, I guess.
Gratitude, yes. And gratitude. I don't know about humility. It's funny when you say, what do people think of you? So when people think of us, they think of us from their standpoint, right?
Yes.
So it's not about you. It's about that person, what that person thinks of you.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if everybody thinks I'm humble, but I'm glad you mentioned it. Maybe you see that in me. But yes, gratitude, yes. And I have tons and loads and lots to be grateful for.
Wonderful. And based on the fact that you're in a committee on multiple organizations, that shows that you have leadership qualities as well. So that's another trait, I'm guessing. So the committee members also look up to you for advice, I would imagine.
Yes. Can I share something with you? Now that you're asking me I'm still thinking of what people think of you. Recently, I went to a fellowship meeting of IWA, which is the International Women's Association. Mm-hmm. And they put little things on our back and people were supposed to write literally behind your back.
Okay.
And if they did write bad things, or nobody does actually, but if they did, you'd never know who, it was. So then this was like a keyhole. Where am I?
Ah, yes. Okay.
And then what people have written, it's so funny. So one is, I'm perceived as intellectual. Mm-hmm. I'm smiling always, so I better smile. Mm-hmm. I'm fabulous and I'm a great friend and a great leader, full of positivity. Mm-hmm. And how sweet. Somebody said sweet 16.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
It's no matter what age you are, it's how you project yourself, the vibes that people get from you, and you have that energy that's constantly, sharing and being in that frame of mind of being positive. So that's wonderful. So what makes you happy? Tell us the secret.
Happy people make me happy. Mother Nature makes me happy. The ocean makes me happy. There's so much to be happy about. Mm-hmm. So happiness breeds happiness.
Yes.
And then, as we've all read recently somewhere, when you're pushed or shoved, what comes out of you, probably an expletive or something. So whatever's inside you comes out. So, it is like when you have happiness inside, you can share it. So that's all.
Okay, then I want to rephrase that. I want to ask you, when you're not feeling happy, what do you do to make yourself happy?
Or just accept that not being happy is a part of life. It's ridiculous to keep telling yourself, I'm happy, keep smiling. Of course, you need to go through your ups and downs. That's what life is about. So, okay, then stay away. Maybe I'm not feeling social or something. I'll just be by myself for a few days and sort it out. And also probably go back. I have dabbled in NLP and psychology related things. So you can always go back to the root and see what exactly is making me unhappy. And if you can do something about it, please do. And if you can't, don't fight it.
So Jaya, I love what you are sharing, and there's so much you're doing. And I believe you have a lot of love for books. So is that what makes you happy?
Oh, most certainly. Books have to be a man's best friend after the dogs. Sorry to the dog lovers. Yeah. But yes, they sit there and wait for you whenever you pick them up. They're there for you, of course, without a doubt. And I've been fortunate to be part of a book club. We call ourselves the Silverfish for the last 13 years. Wow. And we meet every month and we discuss the book of the month. So that's also very enriching. And we've become so close over these 13 years. We've done trips together. We celebrate our anniversary together, and it's all around books. So it's fabulous. And to extend that, it's like never lose an opportunity to do good, I think. So I got this opportunity. It all ties up actually. So the Madras Literary Society couldn't accept any more books which people were giving me during the pandemic. Everybody was sitting at home and clearing books.
Oh, I see.
And then I got landed up with so many books. They couldn't accept it because people could not come into the library to catalog the books. And I was thinking, how can I sit on other people's books like this? And I got this great idea, inspired all over the world. It's happening. In fact, in Dubai, it's on the beach. There is a trolley or a like a half-gadi type of thing on the beach where books are kept. So it's basically take one, leave one.
So that's what I've done. That's what
Tolo, yes.
Tolo, take one, leave one. That's such a lovely thing to do. People then really will just take if they need a book, not just throw it away, which makes sense. Somebody may, like.
We don't throw our books really, but we really don't know what to do with them. And I thought it was fabulous. So I have it in 7 places in Chennai.
Yeah.
4 are up and running, 3 are like tomorrow, day after sort of a thing. And these books have been kept there. Next one is at the Crown Plaza. So when, travelers, we always travel with books.
Yes.
And after you finish reading it, you really don't want to take it back home.
Yeah.
So people do leave books, and then it's a great opportunity for them to exchange. So I've got it in various places over here, and that's my latest baby. We're going to have a huge vegan festival next month. And at the vegan festival, we are going to have more than 100 books kept there. And then people are going to, not vegan related, of course, but and then people are going to be able to exchange their books. We all love our books, don't know what to do with them. Now we know what to do with them.
Yes. And it's wonderful when others love books or look at a title and say, oh, wow, I haven't read this book. I want to take it. And you feel so happy that somebody else is going to get that pleasure from reading as much as we get it. So it's a really nice way to respect books and not just discard them. Although I have a whole collection of books.
Don't we all?
And I really sometimes feel like I don't want to give them up. I just want to keep them there. I've read them and maybe I keep thinking I'll reread them, but it doesn't really happen. There are a lot of books also I've given away and to secondhand bookshops where we have quite a few of these in Hong Kong. But but then the space is an issue. Then they're just piled high on the floors and all over the place. They're just spilling all over the place. So
But if you knew somebody who was going to enjoy them, it would be easier for you to give them.
Agreed. I agree. That's what we need to do more of. And I think that's a wonderful way also to spread happiness, and through books as well. Seems you are quite a keen reader and a book lover. So I really appreciate that.
So I went to college to Elphinstone in Bombay, and they were offering German as a language. And I was thinking, okay, we've all done French in school. I don't know if people remember the Dondo days when French was sort of compulsory in school. And then, in short, I did take German, and I ended up graduating. So I did my bachelor's with German. And then serendipity, the Goethe Institute or the Max Muller Bhavan was exactly opposite Elphinstone College. I went there and on and on. And I did a lot of German. I worked with the consulate, with the embassy and everything, all this before I got married. And after I came back to Chennai, I'm thinking, I should be reviving the German. After all, I did put in quite a few years and effort into it. And of course, lo and behold, there's an ad in the paper, German teachers required. And I'm like, okay, I want to be a German teacher. And I'm thinking I'm going to teach, I don't know, beginners and standard 5 or something German. But no, the Goethe Institute required teachers. They trained me, they sent me twice to Germany, and I completed that whole training. And then, I came back and I was teaching here at the Institute. I am still teaching, except that things have gone online.
Yes.
And virtual classes are not yet so the norm. But yes, that's the other extension which really paid off. Who knew at that time that when I was graduating in German in Bombay, that one day I would be a German teacher and get such fun out of that. Yes, so blessings all around.
Blessings all around, and applying your knowledge to help others also develop themselves. So that knowledge that you gain from learning a language, it did not just go stagnant. You actually revived it. You actually made use of it. And
the opportunity presented itself.
Yes. But then that also meant that you were keen to share your knowledge and your ability with others to guide them. That's wonderful. And I love that energy that you share, that to do so many different things. It's having new ideas, being curious about helping others and sharing with others. That's really a vitally important part of, I guess, being happy, finding purpose in life. What is your greatest learning that you have put into practice?
I guess every day is a learning process. Life is a learning process. And basically, you do, what have I learned? That you do what you like to do. And it's not dependent on what people say, because as I said, they see it from their perspective. And also you get the feedback. I feel like I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I'm blessed and I'm doing it right, because these opportunities keep coming my way. I do get invited to, as you said, leadership roles. The Madras Literary Society is a century-old library in Chennai. And then Dakshina Chitra, Friends of Dakshina Chitra, is a living museum. And one can expand and extend oneself so much. I mean, it's not so much about you giving to the committee, it is how much you enrich yourself, in the process. So as the Dakshina Chitra is a reflection, a mirror of the southern 4 states of India, the 5 states of India. So they've actually taken, brick by brick houses and rebuilt them here in Dakshina Chitra. So it's totally steeped in tradition. In the most amazing architecture. Unfortunately, things are dying away, things are changing, and that is the way life is. It is going to happen. But they preserve it, and it's such a beautiful place. I must take you there when you come to Chennai.
I will definitely come and visit. And I believe so much in preserving our heritage, because a lot of our stories and from ancient scriptures are visible in these kind of monuments and ancient sites. So I believe that we need to preserve it and maintain it for the future generation to learn so much. So this is great work that you're doing, Jaya. And I believe you'll continue writing, continue reading, continue being part of different organizations. So what does your future self look like?
Yeah, more extensions, more, I don't know, when I say helping people, no, it feels like more that they help me. I could, of course, say emptiness syndrome, roll over and just die away. But it's people who make you, they want you, they need you, and it's lovely to, I mean, it feels alive to be required to be somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
And if not also, I mean, I think it's a great blessing that you can be with yourself. And then I need to take this opportunity to show my first book. That is poetry in pictures. So then besides the short stories, I do like writing poetry and I love photography, thanks to the fancy cameras on the phone that we have now. So what I did was one photo and one poem, one photo. I mean, a totally indulgent type of a thing. That these opportunities are there, I think those are the blessings.
True. What would you say is like the key element one needs to have to pursue a dream?
So I said, as one thing, I think don't take yourself so seriously. So do it. Whatever you want to do it and do it for the fun of it. If it gets published, I know there are millions of people who write and don't get published.
Okay.
But you don't start off writing because you want to get published. I think you write because you want to write. And
because you enjoy enjoy the process.
Yeah, enjoy the process. Yeah. Easier said than done if somebody's writing for a living or something like that.
Yeah.
But for me, it was totally self-indulgent. And then it just came to be. And if nobody is there doing something for you, like move your butt and do it yourself.
Excellent. I like that. Because there's a lot of over-analysis, overthinking when somebody wants to do something and then they say, oh, it has to be perfect, I cannot fail. I mean, the failure is part of the journey. So respect that whole process, take ownership of learning as well as doing. So I love the lessons, the wisdom that you've shared, Jaya. Any final, advice and suggestions to people watching you and would like to learn from your journey?
So two sayings, so to speak. One is, everything is okay in the end. Yeah. If it's not okay, it's not the end.
Okay.
So, that sort of thing I remember. You're going through your ups and downs. It's going to sort itself out. Nothing lasts forever. So that is one thing that gives me confidence and inspire confidence in others, because then people, Shobha, I think all of us now, if I had to ask you to say 3 things about me, you would say it like this. I know, even though we don't know each other that well. But if I had to ask you to say 3 things about yourself, it would take you longer, probably a day or 2 or something.
Yeah.
So I like to bring this out in people because they have so much and they're like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, and I'm nothing. And I just point out the things, and I'm known to be a hard taskmaster. I will set tasks for people and follow up and see, have you done this or have you done that or not? So that is important. And the other thing is, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So just like let it flow into your life, We all have faith, we all have belief in everything. Sort of put your words into action. Don't just keep talking. If you can do it, do it. And if you can't, it's fine. I mean, everybody can't do everything. So it's just okay.
Yes, and respecting everybody's unique journey, unique talents and skills. We all come with something innate within us that we want to pursue. And
then people like you who will identify that and bring it out. Because this confidence of saying, yes, I have this within me and I can give it out to the world is not there. And then you will say to them, yes, I see this in you and you are interview worthy, for example. So that's a great service you're doing too. I benefited from that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I learned so much as well, Jaya. I mean, what you brought out is actually exactly what I wanted to share, is that everyone should respect their story, should respect what they are capable of achieving. And it's okay to, just make yourself happy and just do it. If you have a dream, don't overthink it. It's not a perfectionist attitude that you can't fail. It's okay. Enjoy the process. And I love it. Don't take yourself too seriously. Lead your life and have fun. Thank you, Jaya. This was an amazing, amazing chat with you, and I wish you all success in the future. And I look forward to meeting you very, very soon.
Yes,
Thank you.
thanks, Shobha. Thank you. And a special shout out to my Hong Kong friends.
Yes.